That's the message to seniors. Get out there, keep going. Teach your children how to live life fully up until there is no more life.
I love the documentary. I watched it like 2 times because I know the director, I know Maite and everything. Wow. Something interesting is like, for me, telling a story like this based on a material from a Latin America reality, it's super interesting. How do you come up with the idea to do this as a fiction from a documentary based in another country?
Well, I loved the documentary, and obviously America also has assisted living facilities like the one in Chile, but they're not the same. So I knew I had to make changes. It's not a one-to-one comparison, but it was less important to me to recreate what the documentary was than to recreate the feeling that the documentary gave people. Because when people watch the documentary, even though it's taking place in Chile, far away, a country most people have never been to, the way it made people feel was very consistent. Everyone who watched it felt the same way. They felt like, I miss my mom, or I should talk to my grandpa more, or whatever. And I thought, like, if we could make a TV series in America that gave people that same feeling, then that would be a project worth taking on. So that was always our goal, was not so much to just exactly recreate what happened, but to make something that made people feel the way that documentary made people feel.
Ted, did you watch the documentary? Did you feel any relationship or it related to create a character so lovable like yours? It's like this, because this is fiction, but the other one is also lovable. So I love the difference, but looking the same and feeling the same.
I was approached by Morgan Sackett and Mike to look at this. They said, we're interested in this, look at the documentary. And my wife Mary and I looked at it immediately, and we too looked at it like twice. And it was so enchanting, so sweet. It was funny, but it was so sweet and tender. And the innocence of the gentleman, not playing, the gentleman in the documentary, was just palpable. He was an innocent, and he brought such nurturing and joy and relationship. He almost ditched his job as a detective to take care of the people in the community, which obviously brought him more life and energy and joy. And I just love the idea of being part of that story and trying to live up to who that man is in real life. Was a wonderful challenge for me.
Because the work of the documentary is based on patience and control, but when you have fiction, you have to create, you have to go on the run. And to me, that beautiful difference, that you can be creative with something that already existed, it's super, super, super original. Do you guys feel that now we have different stories for seniors? Because we have so many examples in the past 2-3 years with seniors doing things like investigation, like trying to be funny, like creating new stories. Do you guys feel that the industry is shifting to give more opportunities to seniors?
I do, yes. My wife is a writer on Only Murders in the Building.
Oh.
And so she's been doing this for a few years now, writing for Steve Martin and Martin Short and Meryl Streep and all the actors on that show. And I produce a show called Hacks, where Jean Smart has now won 3 Emmys in a row, I think, playing a woman who is the same age as Jean Smart really is. And I think that there is I don't know what caused it or how we got here, but I think people are more interested in designing characters for actors of that age instead of just like, oh, we could have a side character who pops in and out and is funny for one scene. Now these shows are being designed around these actors, and I think we're reaping the benefits of it. Like, who doesn't love watching Meryl Streep and Martin Short act in Only Murders in the Building, right? So I do think it's a trend. I don't think it's gonna stop. Like, I believe that as maybe it's just nothing more complicated than the streaming services are sort of available to everyone now, right? Everyone's watching TV, and people of all ages. It's not so much about like, is this demo or is this group of people watching? Everybody's watching everything. And that means that there are a lot of better parts for older actors, and I think that's great.
agree with everything Mike said. Smart man. But I also think what it does, there's a kind of converse effect, which is I think seniors should make sure that they give reason for people to want to continue writing stories about them, meaning don't drop out. You know, yes, life has sadness and pain and grief, and it's harder to be older, but it doesn't mean you stop. You know, one of my great examples in life is Jane Fonda. I met her when I was turning 70 and thought I should slow down. And she was 80 and she had her foot on the gas pedal, and she's been an inspiration to me, you know, ever since. So that's the message to seniors. Get out there, keep going. Teach your children how to live life fully up until there is no more life.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Congratulations. I'm a huge fan, more now, and have a beautiful day.
Thank
You
you.
too. Thank you.